Okay, so you were born now. How many brothers and sisters do you have? Just so we,
I have 4 brothers and 1 sister.
okay, all still alive.
No.
Oh, okay,
2 of my brothers, my 2 older brothers, have died,
okay.
and my sister, I never saw her. She was only about a couple of days old when she
Oh,
died.
okay, okay.
So I have 2 brothers left.
2 brothers left.
One
One
of
who isn't well right
One
now.
who's not well.
Okay, and he's in New Jersey, and then you have one in North Carolina, South Carolina.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Okay.
Raleigh, I think he's in.
Oh, Raleigh. Okay. Okay. Oh, Raleigh. uh,
Sir Walter.
so that's, yes.
It works.
Okay. And what did your dad do?
Well, don't start me up.
Maybe I shouldn't have asked that question.
No, that's true. When I was
If it's
born,
embarrassing, I won't.
when I was born, he was a milkman.
Oh, okay.
I delivered the milk in a horse and wagon and all that.
I'm not gonna touch that with a 10-foot pole. No. Go ahead.
Anyway, he used to drive that in the 60s.
With the horse and.
Horse and buggy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Over on the east side in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
So he had a nice job. He worked for Sheffield Farms for years and years and years.
Okay.
And then they went motorized. They motorized everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So the guys with the horse and wagons, Petey Voivodich, his father also was involved, and that he, when the same milk company, Sheffield's, and they kind of, anything they could get on these guys now, they would get rid of them so they could, so they fired a whole bunch of them
Oh, okay.
on the slightest provocation. Sometimes they had to go around and collect the money as well.
Oh,
And
all right.
sometimes, because they didn't hand it in immediately, and as a consequence, therefore,
They found
say
a way.
They found a way. Why haven't you turned it in? Well, never did turn it in. Well, we turned it in at a later date and so forth, but they wouldn't accept that. So they succeeded in getting rid of them, and then he didn't work for a while. He tried to get some kind of job, but they put him in an ice house.
Oh.
That's an ICE house, not an ICE.
It may have been nice as well, but
No, it wasn't.
it was real cool though.
Oh, no. Had a few frozen assets. But that's the idea. He worked there for a while, but it was only temporary. And he had a friend by the name of Timmy Donovan, who worked on the docks, very close to home, 51st Street and all the docks.
Oh, yes, right.
On 12th Avenue. And he succeeded in getting not a steady job, but an occasional, when the ships came in, they hired extra people and all that sort of thing. So he worked on the docks for a couple of years.
Oh.
But that was a laborious work.
Oh, I'm sure.
He would sometimes work almost 24 hours, and they'd come home and he'd sleep. My mother would say, shh, don't say a word.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't say anything above a whisper.
Oh, sure.
And kids are not like that,
No. Some older people aren't like that either.
But then he kept us in food and
Oh, sure.
clothing and everything else, so we were happy with him.
Sure. And your mom, of course, was a mother.
Oh,
I
yes.
mean, she
Yes.
never worked. I mean, what I mean by that
She
is-
did
Oh,
at
did
one
she?
time. I don't know whether it was during their marriage or before their marriage, something of
Okay.
that nature. Well, she had to work, I think, because her father had died, and she had 2 brothers who were younger than she, and she was 8 years old when the father died, so the other 2 guys, the 2 brothers must have been much younger, maybe even babies, so my grandmother had to go to work,
Oh, sure.
so my mother took care of the other
Of
2.
brood, as it were.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so often happened with families that they had sort of larger families, and the kids never went to high school. I mean,
No.
my mother went to grade 6 because she had to get out and work, and because there were 9 of them, I think 8 or 9 of them in the family, and my grandfather died in what was called the flu of
Yes,
1917 and so on.
Right.
So that was very common in those days for people to either the mother worked or the kids worked or something to keep the family going. So and I'm sure
Even that young?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my mother started working when she was 10, I think she said, and would bring home something like $3 a week.
And your mother's similar story?
I guess she would have been similar. And she said that my grandmother would give her like a quarter or something, which she said didn't sound like a whole lot, but in the 1920s, a quarter was a lot. I mean, you could get a lot.
A quarter was a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah,
in the 60s.
Yeah. So, but she said it was terrible when she first started working at age 10. She got 50 cents a week.
Yeah.
She got 50 cents a week. And she said it was hard work because you worked in the factory, and they figured you were young so you could run all over the place and carry things and, all that kind of stuff. So you were in Sacred Heart Parish then?
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, just down the street from the church.
School. And from school. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Just across 10th Avenue.
Right. And then, so you started school, and did you have the brothers right away in Sacred Heart?
No.
Oh.
The charity nuns.
Oh, okay.
I started in first grade. I was 5. At least I think I was 5. When anybody asked me, I said, I'm 5. I don't know what 5
Because that was the only number you knew at the time.
Oh, I learned the others fast enough. Anyway, I went to the nuns until the 5th grade.
Okay.
Now, from 1 to 5, in the 5th grade, you had, or 4th grade, I should say, 1 to 4th grade, you had 1A and 1B, 1, 2A, 2B,
right.
and all that sort of thing. When you got to 4B, the girls went in their own section, and the boys went to the brothers. Mm-hmm. They had a big steel door between the two of them.
Never mind.
No, it wasn't steel, but it was metal. Let's see, I had the first, Fab's Curtin was the first brother I ever had.
You know him.
Sure, Brother Kurt.
He knows him, yeah.
Wonderful man, I tell you.
Yes.
Chased me around the classroom with an 18-inch black ruler. And I'm about, very high. But I was 9. And let me see. Then I had Larry Phillips.
He's only a name to me. Yeah.
A most creative man.
Right.
He'd draw something, he'd take all night long to draw it, and then the next morning some guy would erase it. Go out of his mind. But he used to make us, first he'd make soldiers, and he'd have a commander, a general, and a guy.
Okay.
So that's how he listed the number of people. And there was only a fellow, he was always last. His name was Gaspari.
Oh, okay.
And we knew he'd be last anyway, and he was satisfied with staying there because he never got any higher. But he was a nice fellow. He didn't talk very much. That's nice. But anyway, and that's the way he taught us, and he was an excellent teacher. Very, very good. Then I had Greg Walsh.
Okay. Again, another just a name to me.
Oh, is that so? And Paddy Riley.
Oh, I certainly knew Paddy Riley.
You know Paddy, yeah. Paddy was a great man. Yeah. And Frank Lawless.
Okay.
He was the principal at the time. And we also had Aidan Murphy.
Oh.
Remember Aidan?
A.T. Is that A.T. Murphy? They used to call him A.T.
Newfoundlander,
yes,
anyway.
Yes.
So I had a great selection of brothers.
Did you have a favorite?
A favorite? Paddy Riley, I guess. Old Greg Walsh, one of them. Yeah. They used to take us to the football games, and we came up to Iona here one time.
Oh, that must have
been... Paddy told us how to get here on less than a quarter.
Oh, my God.
Less than a quarter from Sacred Heart. We took a trolley car, I think we took a subway, and then we took a trolley car, and then we walked somewhat. But we got there, and he was in the booth to see a football game it was, and he was in the booth. And he said, "Oh, you made it." So I think somebody drove us home or something of that kind. He got somebody to take us. But it was a great experience. Myself and Teddy Boyer.
Oh, the two?